Hi everyone, this video is for query in a single table database application. So based on what we have learned in the previous topic, there we learned DML and we inserted some data, also we updated, deleted, and then we also selected some data set from the tables. So in this new topic, based on what we have learned, we want to practice more with some other examples. We want to clean up all those data set before we start this new topic. So for this, I would like to recreate all 5 tables we are currently using, and also I want to insert all the clean data set. To do this, let's start with this load data file. So if you click this file, you can open this from your browser, but instead of using directly from your browser, let's try to download it. If you click downloaded text file, it will be opened from your editing tool. You can just copy from here and paste in your database server. But I just want to demonstrate one more time how to use Visual Studio Code you might have already downloaded in the previous topic. So when you created your tables. So let's assume that you already have this Visual Studio tool. Then there is untitled document. So let's save this as a file with SQL extension. Let me just use the same name, load data, and then with the dot SQL as a file extension, and then let me try to save it. So I want to see this code one more time. So I will copy everything from your text pad or your editing tool, and then let me paste it here. So from here, let me explain about this file a little bit. So the first 7 lines, it is enclosed by slash and star. This commentize what you wrote in this file. So this part will not be executed in your database. So I added some explanations how you use this script and what this script will do. Basically, this script will recreate all the tables and then load all the data set. So first, before creating tables, you will go through this drop table statements. So drop table, and I added some conditional statements. You don't have to worry too much, but what this means is if there is line table already in your database, we would like to drop it. So if you drop it, table will be deleted, and also all the data set will be deleted as well. So we are going to drop all those 5 tables. And you may remember there are some sequences. So we drop from the very inside the children table first, and then parent table. So if you follow this sequence, you may successfully delete all those 5 tables. And in addition, later you are going to use these 2 tables as well, employee and department table. So in this script, we are creating the 2 additional tables that are employee and the department tables. Okay, so let's go through this file. So we are going to create tables. When you created parent table first, so we create a vendor table, product table, customer table, invoice line table, and again we may need to create 2 more tables, department and employee tables. After then, we load the data. So loading data, vendor and the product and the customer and the invoice line and the department and the employee as well. So when you load it, you use insert into statements. So basically, after you run this load data SQL, you will delete all the existing tables and you will recreate all the tables, and then further you will reinsert all the clean data set. That's what we want to do. So let's copy everything and then go to your database. I will not show you how to log into your database. So suppose you already logged in. If you select your database, you may have currently several tables. Particularly, you may already have 5 tables you have created. So if you go to SQL, and if you paste all the copied SQL statements, and if there is no error, you can just click go, and then you actually recreated all the tables. So if you refresh it on top, you can see all data is there. So that's about how to clean up the data set using load data txt file.
Okay, now using the data set, we will run several practice queries. So before we start, you should prepare your class notes on the left side. And while you are running this query, the result should be also copied and pasted in your class notes. And the completed class notes should be uploaded as an exercise for this topic. So let's consider the first query. In the first query in your class note, it says that report the description, in date, and the price of products with a vendor code of 21344. For this question, we will use a select statement, and there are some columns specified we want to see, that is description, in date, price, and vendor code. So let's start with this first line. Select column name, P description, P in date, P price, and vendor code. And we select this from one table, product table. And then what's the condition? Yes, there is a where condition. And as a where condition, we are comparing a column vendor code with a values. So vendor code is here, and the vendor code is integer. The data type is integer or numerical values. So this value 21344 does not need to be enclosed by apostrophe. But that's it. And what's the result? You can see in product for the matching vendor code 21344, we can find how many? 3 products with the same vendor code. In the second question, it says that we want to report the description, in date, and the price of products provided by any vendor whose vendor code is not 21344. So everything is the same with the previous example, but only one difference is here, instead of equal sign, we have to add this comparison operator. That means not. So if we run this, except the 3 products we are listing, all other products here. Now question 3. Report the description, quantity on hand, the minimum quantity, and the price of the products whose prices are less than or equal to $10. So it's another example of using comparison operators. So in this case, we want to select the description, quantity on hand, and the minimum quantity and the price. So the first selected statement may look like this. And we are using product table. So from product, and then what is the where condition? Where condition here is related with P price, and the P price should be less than or equal to 10. So again, price is a numeric value, so we don't have to enclose this 10 with apostrophes. So we can run this, and here is the result. And the price is highlighted here, and all prices are less than $10. Now question 4. It is another example of a comparison, but a little bit different from the previous example is now we need to compare a character or string values. So the question says, report the description, quantity on hand, minimum quantity, and the price of the products whose product codes are alphabetically less than 1558 QW1. So here, what we wanna show, description, quantity on hand, minimum, and the price, and from product table. So from product table, and then here the condition is where what the column we are comparing is product code and alphabetically less than. So you can just simply put comparison operator here. Now one thing that you have to be careful here is for the product code, since this is a character type value, we have to enclose them with apostrophe. So if you click go, you can see here is the product, and although we do not show product code here, the product code must be less than the specified values.